Nigerians, you are welcome to your favorite program, Jounalist Explain This, on NSTV. I am Lekoni Soye, your friend in the School of Wisdom. I am sure that you are surprised as when we heard that government has increased the VAT from 7.5% to 10%. That's our focus today on Jounalist Explain This with a veteran journalist and outspoken one indeed in Ogun State. My guest today is Nicholas Iwuchukwu. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Chief Moderator.
I'm sure you are surprised when you heard about the VAT increase. And you can imagine what implication will it have on the Nigerians in the presentation when the government just increased fuel pump price. At the same time, when we are zeroing our discussion to the on-VAT increase, what implication average Nigerians? So you can program, so you can write down with us as we roll out the program today. Then what's your view on VAT increase?
I think for beginners, I think people should know what VAT means. VAT is compulsory mandatory levies imposed on citizens by government agencies. The idea is for the government to use that amount for common societal public good, infrastructure and the rest. And there are different kinds of VATs, on incomes, on estates, corporate taxes, dividends, property taxes on lands and landed property and the rest. So ideally, the function, the kind of VAT is a function of the state and the what you can call luxuriance, how prosperous the state is. So in a state like Brunei, they don't pay tax because it's so rich and the people are little. And so, but in developing countries, it's an issue, especially one besieged by a mono economy like Nigeria, going through insecurity and conflicts. So when people are struggling to look for food, especially now that schools are resuming, and if you are a man who's the school fees is jamming with the house rent, and in Africa we care about our neighbors,
of course,
our in-laws, our friends, and send me urgent 2K. It is I know most Nigerian men now and supportive wives are having headaches. So when you wake up to a news that the VAT is getting increased and you are not sure whether Wale Odun or Cardozo or Ngelelale or Bayonuga is even the one you don't know who to believe. It's also, you're almost getting close to migraine from a headache. Definitely, it was not so portable or palatable a news, whichever one is correct. That is the truth. And it is true from Ogun State to Sokoto, from Yeregua to Umahia, because there's no APC market or PDP market.
Market is market.
There's no labor fuel price or NNPP fuel price. We are all in it. So, I don't know what you want me to say again. On
this issue.
Yeah.
Just like you said now, because extended family, they have to beckon on you to give them one thing or the other. Then now look at the implication of this value-added tax. As you have explained, it's cut across. But let's now look at it on goods and services. How do you feel the implication on ordinary Nigerians?
From every government policy or locking a border, whether opening the markets or constraining the markets, has policy on the price of drugs, on how we go to church on Sunday or go to mosque on Friday, on the kind of schools we go to, on the kind of diet we have at homes, whether it's balanced or not balanced, whether it's 011, 101 or 001. It even has an effect on the quality of breast milk our infants have to suck. That is the danger of bad policies and the beauty of good policies. So like Kamala Harris would say, we have to unburden these things. Is the economy diverse? Do we have plans to diverse it? What is the implication of what kind of is the government cutting its spending on its paraphernalia? Is the minimum wage increasing? These are things you have to ask whether you are a libertarian or an or a Smithsonian economist. The average Nigerian who is multidimensionally poor does not know what is trade liberalization or liquidity or reflation.
Okay, now I want us to look at the ego of the angle you just mentioned now. Salary increase, minimum wage increase. Government just lately increased the minimum to 70,000. Maybe that's why they feel that VAT should be jacked up from 7.5% to 10%.
In a country that is a mono economy, facing a struggling insecurity crisis, facing poor infrastructure, facing poor power supply, the intention of a tax system is to make sure infrastructure, public good, sanitation, welfare, roads, Medicare, pensions are effectively paid. It's an alternative source of developing the state. But for every increase in salary or in VAT, our state has a commensurate increase in public welfare. And that's the challenge. So real economists, according to Bismarck Rwanda, one of the finest in the land, he said we should that there will be an inflationary pressure, and that's the truth. School fees will increase, house rent will increase, transport fees will increase. So first we are lucky to grow up, where we were close to our school, our churches, and our markets.
Just a walkable distance.
But even within the local government now, even families are not even together. So it's affecting not just the economy, our welfare. It's affecting family harmony.
Don't you feel that increasing taking up the VAT is just to provide the social amenities that you have just mentioned now?
No, for a government that lacks the intellectual mobility, this APC government has not shown enough grace and panache to stimulate welfareism. So you need to have fears. For a government where the people are suffering, they are hungry. I mean, the president came to a city as a city boy, and you could see the people shouting, "A big power." So there's a lack of confidence and public trust. And this is a government, if you remember, with 8.2 million votes from 92 million people, the president lost Lagos, lost Abuja, the capital, and lost his beloved Osun, his home state. So he just got about 36% of the 26% of the vote. So he's on a weak mandate. So we would have expected that there should have been in fact, you don't widen the tax net at a time like this. And for a government that just thinks the solution to any problem is to share rice. I mean, you wonder the economic policy that we are using. For a Wale Edu and a Cardozo, who were touted as economic czars and economic gurus. Now you can see Wale Edu telling us that they don't have a magic wand. And Jemi Cardozo is telling us that they don't have silver bullets. How do you explain these things to the woman in Ayeto who is trying to bring her yams and cassava to Abeokuta? Or the poor widow and single mother in Ebonyi trying to bring her salt from Ohazora to Abakaliki? Or the farmer in Zakibiam trying to bring his yams to Central Makodi?
These are things they must put into consideration.
Exactly. What else should they put into consideration? We the poor people or the average citizens don't care about private jets or luxurious yachts or Dubai mansions or medical vacations in Paris or Germany. But the minimum. And that's the aim of government. All good government, whether it is military, like Shankara and Jerry Rollins, whether it is monarchical, like the Swatini king or King Solomon of old, whether it is Marxists, like Stalin of old Russia.
The interest should be the government how to at least to elevate the poverty.
But it's unfortunate we are in a guided monarchical democracy.
And now look at it now.